Today on Fix and Flip, I have a 2006 Chrysler Pacifica. Got the 33.5 motor in it, and when you start it up, there's a really loud squealing noise coming from the serpentine belt area. I got this car pretty cheap because the guy pretty much just didn't want to mess with it no more, and he says it was the power steering pump doing it. So what I'm going to do is show you guys the process that I'm going to go through to figure out exactly where the noise is coming from. Alright, here's a side view of the motor from the driver's side over the passenger side. The serpentine belt's over here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to start the motor up and let you guys listen to the sound that it's making. Alright, now that you heard the sound, it's not so much a serpentine belt squealing sound, but it's almost like something hooked to the belt has a bad bearing in it. So I'm going to go ahead and start by taking the air box off to where I can see every pulley down there and see if there's anything obvious or not. To get this air box off, all you really need is a screwdriver, Phillips, or a flathead, and they're just, looks like 2 on this side. I'm gonna have to take off 2 bolts, maybe just 1 because I think it's all gonna pop out as 1. Unplug your air temp sensor. Looks like there might be more bolts that actually go to this, but I'm missing some on this one. Just pop the whole thing out just like that. Alright, here we are with the box out of the way, a little bit better view. I'm looking at the tensioner pulley that you actually use to take the belt on and off, and it looks brand new. So I'm going to just assume that's not making the noise. And the power steering pump that he said was bad, I'm looking at it and it has writing on it. So I have a feeling that he got a used one out of the junkyard already. So hopefully the used one he got was good. So I'm gonna rule them 2 out right away. And the sound sounds kind of like up here by the alternator. So I'm gonna go for either this belt tensioner right here or the alternator making that noise. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get a 3/8 breaker bar and use it to get this belt off, and I'm gonna spin them by hand to see if either one makes any kind of noise to let me know that's where it's at. So to get the belt off is pretty easy. Like I said, it's just to take a 3/8 ratchet or breaker bar, put it on this silver one right here, even though it might not be silver in your car, but put it on there and you'll be able to turn it and that belt will come right off. Alright, so here's my breaker bar. So one I'm going to use is this little fella. A lot of times a ratchet itself will hit the fender wall, inside fender wall, so it won't fit in there. That's why I like this, because it's got the skinnier tip to it. And I'm going to use the rinse trick, put it on the end. Probably shouldn't be doing this. It might hurt. Alright, there's the belt. Ow. See? Might hurt. Okay, there's the belt off. These top two ain't making no noticeable noise. Spinning in at low speeds anyways. I don't hear any grinding or even a faint hum to it or anything. Power steering pump I can spin from the top too. Sounds pretty good. What I'm going to do is get this breaker bar out of the way. Maybe they did buy a new tensioner on it, and maybe that's bad. You never know. See if I can get my hand on it. Sounds pretty good too. Down right below the power steering pump, there's another pulley just like this one. See what that one sounds like. See if I can get my hand that far down. As I'm looking around the engine compartment here, I'm noticing there's no serpentine belt diagram. So I'm going to have to Google that and I'll add it to the video for you guys. So I'm not going to remember exactly how this thing goes on. I'm having a hard time getting the belt off of that bottom tensioner. There it goes. Alright, so when I spin that bottom tensioner that looks just like this one, it makes like a rattling noise and you can hear it grinding. So I'm going to go ahead and replace that pulley and see if that fixes the problem. And from the looks of it, let's double check before I say, I'm definitely going to have to go in through the wheel well to get to this bolt, just to take this pulley off. I believe that's the one that's right in front of the oil pressure switch that you have to take off to get to the oil pressure switch. So alright, I'm going to go ahead and get this jacked up, probably take the tire off and the wheel well out, and that's where I'll pick the video up from there, and then I'll show you guys how to take that pulley off, and I'll spin it for you guys so you guys can hear and see what I'm hearing. Alright, here we are with the wheel well off, tire off. So the one I'm talking about is right there. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera. I'll go ahead and take it off of there. Here's the AC pump right here. Took the belt off so I could spin it. Got a power steering line rubbing on it right now. I don't think the AC pump has anything to do with the squeaking. That's pretty much all the pulleys there is on this 3.5. So alright, so I'm going to make a trip to the parts store, get this pulley and come back, put it on. It's just one bolt, and then you do the serpentine belt. And I'll try to show you in the video the diagram. Look it up, see if I can find it for the serpentine belt, the order it goes on. And then I'm going to go ahead and fire this thing up, see if it was success or not. Alright, here we are with it off. It's just one little 15mm bolt. And I spin it. It's clicking pretty loud. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy a new one and hope that gets rid of the problem. Alright, here's the old one. Got the new one already in. It's paid 25 bucks. Duralast idler pulley. There's the new one up in there. Alright. It's this one right here. Pretty easy, 5-minute job altogether once you get your wheel well out, tire off. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this tire back on and put the wheel well on, air tire on, and I'll fire it up for you guys to see if that was a problem. I also noticed the writing on the alternator right here. So this guy was pretty much just throwing parts in there, trying to figure out what that noise was, and hopefully it was just that $25 pulley or idler. He was one away when he did that one. If he would have went down a little further, he would have got it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this together and keep my fingers crossed and hope that was that loud screaming noise. Alright, here we are, belt back on, tire back on. We'll go ahead and start it up, see if it fixed it. There we have it. Little idler pulley makes that much of a screaming noise. Only thing you can hear now is the throttle body because the airbox is off, but squeaking noise is gone. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. You never know what I'm going to be working on next here on Fix and Flip.